Yo, yo, yo. We just out here riding, man, with no destination as per usual. It's a nice day out, you know what I'm saying? We getting back in the spring, though. Now that we back in the spring seasons, I can, you know, start bringing this out every day, man. It's such a good feeling, you know? Such a good feeling to be able to do this now. I did not need to shift all the way down like that. But it is so good to be back on these two wheels here. I mean, even when it was colder just now, I was really out here. Hey, I'm that tight, bro. I was really out here. Still riding, bro. I was just wrapping up, man. I ain't got a $1,300 suit right now. But I'm still out here. You just wrap up a little bit. That's all you got to do. But one of today's topics, probably gonna be the main topic here, is like people who just starting out, coming from the experience of a big. I'm technically, you know, it's been what, 4 or 5 months at this point in time, you know. So I'm not a beginner, but you know, I'm still in the rookie stages. But the fear of getting a motorcycle or the fear of riding a motorcycle in general is kind of what I want to touch up on. Cause I still remember. I normally don't get intimidated by a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? It's been a while. But this time around, you feel me? This time around, yeah, man. As I got this, what, late of 23, this was pretty intimidating, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I had the means to get it, you know? I had the means to get a motorcycle. But it's like something was holding me back a little bit. And I realized that was like just a little anxiety, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, this two wheels is not a joke, you know? Are you sure you want to do this? Yeah, you know, that's what my brain was telling me. Are you sure you want to do this, you know? After wanting one for so long, man, I'm thinking like, I first wanted a bike. I was like a freshman in high school, man, when I longed for a bike. And so the piece of advice I want to offer in such an instance as this is first you just got to make that move. First you got to make that move. And honestly, that is pretty much all it is to it. Just make the decision and just go and get it. You know, I just like how you solve most of the issues like this, man. You just gotta take that step forward and just see what happens from there. Most people love riding bikes. Yeah, I had to focus a little bit, man. If y'all hear me just stop out of nowhere, I gotta focus a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It is actually really tough, by the way. Trying to talk and record and ride and stuff like that, it's pretty tough. Not gonna lie. So if I shut up out of nowhere, yeah, I'm trying to focus, trying to analyze the area. But yeah, you just gotta make the decision and go with it. If you're able and willing to do so, you just gotta go in that dealership or go and just buy it. You know, like the reality is that, you know, you're worrying. Like, I'm not saying it's a complete waste, because obviously we all make mistakes. We're human, and you're most likely going to mess up. You know, I don't want to put that on anybody, but you're most likely going to mess up in some way, shape, or fashion. But the benefits outweigh, you know, all that anxiety at the end of the day. I'm not gonna lie. And second, you know, on top of just going ahead and getting a bike, you know, you gotta ride it. Like, that's how you get better at anything, right? Once you get that bike, man, you just nervous, anxiety. Hey, whatever you gotta do by any means, whether that be a MSF course, I've personally taught myself how to ride on my own. You can try to teach yourself on your own. Set yourself up for success. Set yourself up to do that by just taking yourself to somewhere empty where you can practice. That's how I did it. I just went to somewhere, I had the bike delivered to an area I knew I could practice in. I practiced right then and there when the bike was dropped off. I practiced for a while. I practiced for a couple hours before I rode it home, you know. And by the end of that session, like I was already getting comfortable. I'm not gonna lie. I catch on to stuff pretty quickly, but like I feel like a lot of people would, man. Your brain has a tendency, man, to over exaggerate things, man. I applaud the people who just go and do stuff, man, without thinking about it. Like sometimes it may not work in your favor, but generally, like it's not, you know, it's a good habit. Kind of a good habit. But the second thing, yes, is to practice. Once you get it, practice on it. And as you get more comfortable, once again, like anything, you'll notice that, hey man, it's lit, you know, this ain't that bad. All the anxiety, fear slowly dissipate, slowly start to fade away. You'll start to find yourself having a little fun now. Because once you get comfortable, that's when you start having fun. Like once you learn all the whatchamacallits, all the nooks and crannies, that's when you start to have fun. And I think that's the stage that I'm at now. I'm starting to get a little bit more comfortable. You start like when you first start out, you just worrying about every little thing, man. Like, and to some degree, should, man, just to make sure you're on the right path and to make sure you're doing everything right. But once you get comfortable, you get used to how everything goes. You always have to pay a certain amount of attention to your surroundings and stuff like that. But just the learning, like just learning everything, you know. Once you get a good feel for everything, you start to focus, have a little fun with it, because you know what it is now. That's where the anxiety comes from, is not knowing. Exactly. I just thought of it. It's perfect. That's why all that fear and anxiety is not knowing, you know, not knowing what's going to happen next, not knowing what to do if this happens. What if you can't do this? That's where it comes from. So that's why I said, number one, make the decision to do it. Just go ahead and do it. Just buy it. If you can, go ahead. Most people I know that have motorcycles, I would say 99% of them, bro, like, they don't regret it, you know. That's the thing, like, they don't regret it, you know. It's such a fulfilling thing, bro. It's such a fulfilling hobby, whatever you want to call it. It's fun, man. It's free. It's like free. It sets your soul free, you feel me? So a lot of people I know don't regret it. So that's why you got to, like I said, just go ahead and do it, number one. And number two, just put the time in it. And over time, you'll get comfortable. You around these things, like, you'll feel comfortable. It'll feel second nature in no time, essentially, is what I'm trying to say here. Is it worth getting a motorcycle? Hell yeah, it is. Yeah, you damn right it is. Ain't nothing like this, man. I'm having fun on my 300, man. I'm still on my 300, man. I'm gonna work my way up there. I'm trying to experiment with all types of bikes and everything, you know. But it started here on the R3, and that's another thing, like, like, if you're a beginner and you know for a fact, like, that you're gonna, it's a learning curve, it's gonna be a little learning path, or it's gonna take a little bit. Hey, start on the lower CC now, you know. Don't do that to yourself. Don't listen to nobody, man. These 300s are enough as well, by the way. Like, I'm loving this R3. I'm loving this. I'm so comfortable on it now. It's just, I love it. But eventually I am going to work my way up there. We're going to get up there and we're going to go all around. Like I said, cruise. I'm trying to, you know, find my type. Trying to get into dirt bikes, I'm not going to lie. I think I enjoy that I enjoy that a lot, to be honest. Hey, but hey, Hey, you never know until you try out. That's the message of the day right there. You never know until you try out. You feel me? But appreciate y'all for tuning into the video. Hope this helped even a little bit. Be sure y'all liking and subscribing. I be forgetting to say that, man. Be sure y'all liking and subscribing, man, so this can reach more people. And in my description, I do have all the gear that I use. I just added all the gear that I use, and those are affiliate links. So I should receive a small commission for any purchases made through the link. I'll see y'all soon, all right? Have a good one.